Okay, so in season 23, well is going to be hit hard. So this is a PSA update for people to get your bums in gear and do this ASAP in order to make your wells viable for PvE content. Thanks to PvP Dominion, well got hit very badly. So your increase or your well time is now increased when it comes to recharge. When I say increase, instead of being 417 seconds, it is now 455 seconds for a cooldown. So that means your tier 10 intellect or 100 intellect is now going to be about 80 intellect. So 80 intellect is going to roughly be the 100 mark, 80 to 70 to be honest. That also goes for Bubble, so don't worry, Bubble got the same hit. They were both in the same category with this update. With some of the changes to abilities and regeneration and timing, all that sort of stuff also got hit pretty heavily. So some of the more powerful grenades like fusion grenades, lightning grenades got hit harder, not in damage but in time wise. So when it recharges, they're going to take longer if you're using stuff like orb generation pickups and firepower mods and grenade kickstart sort of mods. All that sort of stuff got hit. I want to be clarifying this, and this is what I will be doing. I'll be putting an update video on this strategy you want to go with now for the new season. If you have triple hundreds and you have no intellect, I will say heavily do this. If you're using healing nades and you don't have any discipline, you're fine. Healing nade builds, you don't even need to worry about this. But if you use solar grenade, you use fusion grenade like me, you will want this sort of stat loadout going future reference. 100 resil, 80 recovery, 80 discipline, 70 to 80 intellect. Doesn't matter what your strength is and doesn't matter what your mobility is. Hopefully those two are down below. But these four here, you want at least 100 resil, 80 recov, 80 discipline, and 70 to 80 intellect. It is all viable and possible to get. I will say this now. Making sure on your mods you are using firepower. Grenade kickstart on your gauntlets, like what I have. You don't need fastball, but firepower grenade kickstart, so your grenades come back faster. On your helmet, have stuff like ashes to assets and siphon mods with whatever element your primary weapon is. If you're using your elemental weapon like a fusion rifle or Vex Mythoclaf or something, and that's your primary damage weapon to add clear, or your primary add clear weapon, put that on as your siphon mod. Make sure you have a heavy ammo finder or some sort of heavy ammo system going. We have a new dungeon coming, so farm out Artifice Armor on that character. Farm out Duality, goes to the deep. This is the only way you're going to save your builds. On your boots, you will need stack on stacks and a mod like, I think it's Invigoration, if you are using grenades. So Invigoration and stack on stacks, you'll still want stuff like Recuperation, so you get health even without your rifts. On your bond, you will still need to be using at least double bomber. This is what I'm telling you to do as a benefit. You can use distribution, but I will tell you now it is not as effective as what bomber will be. Obviously, most of these builds you can pair with other things. For example, if you have enough space on your gauntlets, instead of a fastball, you put something like a bolstering detonation, where it will go to ability energy as a bonus. But this is a PSA update and a update all around for Warlock mains. If you are using Phoenix Well builds, do this to cover for the problems that are happening right now or the issues that are going to occur next season. So you get your well back faster, you make sure you have still high recovery, you have the high discipline, and you still can take a hit. A lot of people will disagree with me. If you can get triple or quad hundreds or anything higher than the stat distribution I was saying, I'll say it again. 100 resil, 80 recovery, 80 discipline, 70 to 80 intellect. If you can get higher stats and all of that, go for it. This is just a base stat lineup that I can guarantee anybody can get if they do a farm correctly. The easiest dungeons to farm this armor out with Artifice, which is what you want, Duality, Grasp of Avarice, and Spire of the Watcher. They are the easiest 3 dungeons to do. If the new dungeon is easy as one of those 3 dungeons, farm it out on Master as well once you learn the mechanics and learn what damages the boss quite nicely. I hope you guys enjoy this video. I hope you guys like what I've said, because this will be a reality for next season and going onwards into Final Shape. What I've just said here is going to be probably the future of what well builds are going to have to be working on. If you haven't already, read the TWAB and then come back and bitch and moan about the video. If you have read the TWAB, you should understand where I'm going with this and why I'm telling you to do this right now. This is what my build has been for like 2 seasons, and it has worked perfectly fine for me. But with the changes, everything I have just said, I will be working towards next season, going into Grandmaster content, raids, and dungeons if I am using Phoenix Protocol. Otherwise, till then, I hope you guys enjoy your day, your night. Like and subscribe for more content.